Hey adrenaline junkies, welcome back. Today, we're counting down the top 10 most intense police chases ever caught on dashcam and bodycam. High speeds, split-second decisions, and shocking endings you won't believe are real. Buckle up, this is pure chaos in motion.
In the early hours of September 25th, 2022, a Savannah trooper clocked a gold Chevrolet Malibu flying through a residential area at twice the posted limit. The driver ignored every signal and ran multiple stop signs, continuing the dangerous flight through crowded streets. When the chase finally ended, troopers discovered the driver, 29-year-old Rashamel Howard, was a convicted felon and showed clear signs of intoxication. A handgun and holster were found, among the debris confirming he was illegally armed. Howard was treated at the hospital, medically cleared, and booked into the Chatham County Jail on multiple felony charges, including DUI, fleeing, and possession of a firearm by a felon. It was the night of February 12, 2025, when two men suspected of pulling off an armed robbery in Kentucky found themselves crossing into Indiana. They weren't just carrying suspicion on their shoulders, they were behind the wheel of a stolen Ford F-150. Law enforcement already had their eyes peeled, waiting for the slightest glimpse. When the pickup finally rolled into view, the calm of a small-town parking lot shattered in an instant.
Lights up ahead of us. Northbound approaching 600 south. Lights ahead. Stop sticks on 600 south. Stop sticks on 600 south. 50, 1050. Stop sticks on 600 south. Stop sticks on 600 south. 1050, 1050. 1050.
The driver, later identified as 45-year-old Daniel York of Evansville, Indiana, tried to bolt on foot, but his run ended quickly in the hands of Austin police. The passenger, 62-year-old Everett Klein of Wheelersburg, Ohio, never made it that far. He was arrested at the scene. Both men faced a stack of charges, from stolen property to reckless driving, stacked on top of their existing warrants. Running may have seemed like the bold choice at the time, but all it really did was buy them a longer list of problems. The pursuit came to a violent end, and Page paid the ultimate price. His car crashed down the embankment, sealing his fate. Authorities later underscored how reckless he had been, with Colonel Mike Hagar stressing that while the loss of life is always regrettable, the real relief was knowing that no officers or innocent drivers were harmed. In the end, Page's run proves one cold truth: no one outruns accountability forever. On July the 12th, 2023, Interstate 40 in Arkansas became the stage for something far more chaotic than the usual evening traffic. A St. Francis County deputy had already locked onto two gray Teslas pushing way past the limit, and that call rippled quickly through law enforcement radios. As traffic thickened, an Arkansas State Police trooper tried to prepare a spike strip, only to realize the sheer speed of what was coming made that plan impossible. The chase was already writing its own rules, and the road ahead was about to prove it.
Yeah, wait. Alright, CBI, successful, good work, kid.
I got it, busted that tire.
TBI. He hit 24's car. I rammed him.
The driver behind the wheel was later identified as Williams and his passenger as Taylor. Once the dust settled, officers recovered marijuana and digital scales, making it clear this trip was about more than just reckless driving. Williams racked up charges ranging from possession and reckless driving to aggravated assault and fleeing, while Taylor faced misdemeanor possession and paraphernalia charges. Turns out their flashy Tesla wasn't even theirs. Williams admitted he borrowed it through a cousin's Turo rental because he wasn't old enough to rent it himself. A high-speed joyride to Dallas for a birthday sounds fun in theory, but this one ended with a criminal record instead of candles. July 10th, 2025 started like any other late morning on SR 408 until a flash of gray caught a trooper's eye. That Mercedes GLC was not just moving fast, it was eating up pavement at a rate that made every other car on the road look like it was parked. Behind the wheel sat a driver who clearly had no intention of slowing down for anyone. The trooper moved in to make the stop, but what came next turned a routine traffic stop into a full-throttle showdown.
Hold on, Mario. We'll go when he stops.
704 at Rhino.
All right, get ready for phone call.
54 pointed if you can.
Hold on, Mario. Hold on. Hold me, stop.
The driver, identified as 33-year-old Darius Demetrius Lowe, made one last attempt to escape on foot, but that sprint ended in handcuffs. Lowe, already on inmate release for a previous fleeing case, was found with 27 fentanyl pills, nearly $4,000 in cash and marijuana inside the Mercedes. His bid for freedom not only failed, it stacked up a fresh list of charges that will keep him off the road for a long while. Some drivers run thinking they can win. Lowe just learned the hard way that the odds are never in their favor. The sun was still up in Tallahassee on November 5th, 2024, but that didn't stop things from going dark fast. A stolen blue Mitsubishi shot out from Richview Road like it had demons at the bumper crossing into Appalachie Parkway, with zero interest in stopping. Behind the wheel was a man with no plan, just pedal. And right behind him, Florida Highway Patrol was bearing down. One trooper locked in and made the silent promise this chase would end on his terms.
Better stop.
Turns out the man behind the wheel was Antoine Jones, and he wasn't going anywhere after that. Officers placed him in handcuffs and transported him to the hospital for a quick check before booking him into Leon County Jail. Jones was charged with grand theft of a motor vehicle and fleeing and eluding. Let this one be a reminder if you're trying to outrun a trooper who already has you in their sights. The only thing you'll be speeding toward is a jail cell. On the evening of October 12, 2024, Bainbridge officers attempted to stop a Mercedes sedan for reckless driving and a tag violation. The driver refused to yield, weaving through neighborhoods at extreme speeds and nearly striking another patrol unit. When Georgia State Patrol joined the chase, the pursuit had already reached a point of no return.
Milepost 1, copy. Milepost 1, roll over, go ahead and send EMS.
One clear on pit, roll over, send EMS.
On September 14, 2023, Trooper Dawson was cruising along Interstate 75 when a silver Ford Focus caught his eye. The car darted between lanes without a signal, clung too close to bumpers, and flew nearly 90 miles an hour in a zone posted at 55. To make matters worse, the license plate was shielded by a tinted cover, almost as if the driver wanted to stay invisible. What looked like routine traffic violations was about to spiral into something far more dangerous.
Ford's coming. He probably gonna take Cleveland Avenue. He's coming in hot. Wake up. Nope, he's coming up on overturn, start EMS, 1050 overturn, EMS please. 75 northbound, ramp to 166. Ramp to 166, I'm gonna shut it down.
By the time backup units reached the scene, there was nothing left to save. The driver had lost his life instantly, his flight ending in the worst possible way. It was yet another reminder that one split-second decision to run can erase every other choice that came before. On January 8, 2021, a Georgia State Trooper noticed a minivan slipping quietly out of a convenience store lot without taillights or a tag. At first glance, it seemed like a routine traffic stop, a small issue on a quiet night. But the moment those blue lights flicked on, the driver made a decision that would flip his world upside down literally. What began in a parking lot soon turned into a desperate flight through Milledgeville's streets.
Pulling.
We're clear coming up on that snack run.
Milledgeville, we're at Hancock, and we are making a left on the Hancock. Headed out 22 towards Sparta. It looks like it's one occupant, just a driver.
We're clear, there's one.
Milledgeville, pit, roll over, pit, roll over, pit, roll over. EMS en route, River Bridge.
In the end, passenger Rihanna Heron was pulled from the wreck and rushed to a hospital with injuries, while the driver, later identified as Forrest Trees, vanished into the woods. Investigators soon uncovered drugs and paraphernalia inside the hotel room tied to both suspects. Warrants were issued, and the truth about their night began to unfold piece by piece. For a man running from his past, this was one turn he would never recover from. It was just past 9 p.m. on June 9th, 2023, when Cadet A. Benjamin and his training officer spotted something off. A gray Ford Escape wasn't just speeding, it was swerving like the driver had one hand on the wheel and zero interest in the rules. A quick radar check confirmed it was clocking nearly 20 miles over the posted limit. The patrol car flipped around and lit up, but that was all the invitation the driver needed to bolt into the night. After nearly overshooting a turn and flying off the road, the suspect somehow muscled the vehicle back onto the street. But the escape plan didn't account for what was coming next.
Get up there. Oh, okay, go. You got it. Stop. Oh, don't hit the curb. Hit him. Hit him. Right, hit him. Before he gets back on that way. Right here, hit him. Get out. Boy, there's a car right behind us. Bring it. Overturn, 1050. Stop. See hands! Put your hands out the window! Put your hands out the window now!
After flipping across lanes and slamming into a guardrail, Yolanda Irvine, the driver, was pulled from the wreck with alcohol on her breath and drama on standby. At the hospital, she lied about being pregnant, refused to cooperate, and treated the floor like a stage for her meltdown. But none of it changed the outcome. Her night ended the way it always would, and handcuffs headed for jail. Mid-morning on July 10th, 2025, Trooper Blaine Lucas of the Arkansas State Police spotted a blue motorcycle with two riders and no visible plate. When he turned around to initiate a stop, the passenger looked back and seemed to signal the driver to pull over. But instead, the driver, Michael Zuber III, chose the throttle over reason.
1037, let her rock. Northbound through campground, it's a white male, black t-shirt, black shorts. If you would notify Cabot, see if they've got any units that can assist. Still northbound, 55 past Liberty.
Northbound past Liberty, 55.
There was a white male jumped off around, wrecked out.
After tumbling into the ditch, Michael Zuber III was taken into custody while paramedics checked his injuries. Troopers later discovered a meth pipe hidden on him, leading to multiple charges: felony fleeing DWI, drugs, and possession of paraphernalia among the most serious. His passenger, Randy Weller Jr., cooperated fully and was released without charges. For Zuber, the only thing faster than his motorcycle was the chain of bad. October 28, 2022, a quiet evening in Georgia turned unpredictable when Trooper A. Matthews spotted a black sport bike tearing through a no-passing zone on Mockingbird Road. As the motorcycle thundered past, its modified exhaust echoing through the neighborhood, Matthews hit his lights and siren to stop the reckless rider. But instead of pulling over, the biker opened the throttle. The chase was on.
795 coming 1080, Mockingbird Road, towards Elmo. Black motorcycle, no 28, wrong side of the road, blacked out. Still north on Elmo, gonna turn into Mount Tabor, gonna turn into Mount Tabor Road.
We're on Mount Tabor Road, Mount Tabor Road, heading northbound.
Alright, I believe we passed up Mount Tabor. I don't know the name of this road right here, stand by. U-turn, U-turn.
North U-turn.
Going back southbound.
Northbound, back southbound.
Alright, he's signaling, he's gonna stop, stand by.
We're still signaling stop.
Get off of it! Get off! Get on the ground!
I got you.
Get on the ground!
Put the kickstand down. I'm putting the kickstand
Put the kickstand down and get on your face.
Alright, I got you.
476.
Roll over on your side, ma'am. Do you need an ambulance for anything? No. Man, you crazy riding like that. What's wrong with you?
Y'all ain't supposed to chase me at 100 miles an hour. That's against the law. I seen it over.
You know who you messing with?
I seen it.
Look at this, right? You know who you messing with?
You can't chase me over 100.
Yes,
still?
I can.
Okay, we'll see.
Okay.
I'll see in court.
What law is it, man?
It's on the computer on the Google. Georgia state law.
No, bud, you misinformed.
When the pursuit finally ended, the driver was identified as Brandon Ballew. Investigators discovered his license was suspended. He also had multiple active warrants and showed signs of drug impairment. Ballew was charged with fleeing and eluding law enforcement and driving under the influence of drugs, among others, a reckless decision that guaranteed far more trouble than a single traffic citation ever could. On December 1st, 2023, along Interstate 49 in Arkansas, a trooper's calm evening of traffic enforcement erupted into chaos when a gray Toyota Camry refused to comply. The driver's behavior shifted from defiant.
I'm at 70
It's on the right shoulder.
Bridge, he's bailed out at the bridge.
Bill 5, you have a clothing description.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
The pursuit came to an end when the suspect crashed on a bridge and fled on foot, only to be caught moments later near a creek. Identified as 44-year-old Sean Packizer, he faced a long list of charges. Despite his reckless run, no lives were lost, a fortunate outcome in a chase that easily could have ended in tragedy. On April 18, 2023, troopers in Escambia County, Florida found themselves in pursuit of a driver who refused to stop. What started as a standard traffic enforcement call turned into a high-speed pursuit filled with close calls and reckless maneuvers. As the chase reached its peak, officers had to rely on every tactic available to bring it safely to an end. The suspect's attempt to flee ended in a violent crash, followed by a brief foot pursuit before being captured with the help of a canine unit. He now faces charges including fleeing and eluding, resisting arrest, and more. Each chase like this serves as a reminder that running from the Florida Highway Patrol never ends in freedom. It only makes things worse. It was the early hours of July 5th, 2023, when a Florida Highway Patrol trooper in Pinellas County clocked a speeding vehicle exceeding 100 miles per hour on Interstate 275. The driver ignored lights and sirens, turning the empty highway into a dangerous arena of flashing blue and white.
Light traffic. Clear weather conditions. Dry roadway. 90 miles an hour. Vehicle is smoking. It's coming up on the track. Comes to exit 24. Traffic vehicle smoking past 24. Looking heavily. Mild traffic. Comes up 24. 50 miles an hour. That's 24 miles an hour. 24. Light traffic. Traffic sticking around 58 miles an hour, past 24 right now. Yeah, 10 points. Vehicle posting towards exit 25. Get the car! Get the car! Put your hands up! Put your hands up! Stop! Slowly!
After a brief but intense pursuit, troopers stopped the vehicle and took the female driver into custody. She faces charges including felony fleeing, reckless driving, and driving without insurance. Despite the speeds involved, no major injuries occurred that night. In the early morning of February 20th, 2024, a Florida Highway Patrol trooper in Nassau County spotted a blue Chevrolet truck flagged as stolen out of Jacksonville. The driver accelerated instead of stopping, turning the sighting into a multi-county pursuit.
Jeff, I'm gonna fit him again. Coming up on the sticks now. Make sure it's police lodge. Good hit, good hit, good hit. Well, all right. Just a heads up, I can't see on my left mirror there. Tires separated. Successful hit again, just south backwards. Both right side tires are disabled. Maximum temper breakdown. Speed is slowing to 67. minute, give us a you try to ring me.
After spike strips successfully disabled the truck, the driver and his female passenger were taken into custody without further incident. During the post-arrest interview, the suspect offered to become an informant in exchange for leniency, a move that officers declined. He now faces charges including grand theft auto and fleeing to elude.